Guys, me again, Orc Slayer, what ifs, where we last left off. Let's see, checking. So, Deku was at the school. He's made a couple of friends. Let's see, what was her name? Jessica, Marilyn, and I forgot the guy's name. Jessica, Marilyn, and I'll say the guy's name, he's renamed. Michael. Yeah, I think that was his name. Michael, Jessica, Marilyn. He knows Ida. He's typically left at home by himself. Well, except like there's a house cleaner there. She pretty much just tends to everything else. He gets schoolwork done, and he left late at night. Not late, but he went for a walk. As he was walking, he went walking for a while and lost track of time and also where he was. But he eventually ended up in a downtown area. And he's heard two guys talking about this arena where he could go to. So he got information, headed that way, and was allowed to enter into a tournament with firearms in a way. They shock your opponent and they're immobilized. Now, Deku's bullet bending, like his dad, he has that ability is that anything he shoots out of a gun can be bent. He can change trajectory. So he can, if he was firing an SMG, he could essentially have it if it was spread over a line of people, each bullet that comes out can be changed. So pretty much, one pull a trigger, it's just a line of them just go down with just facing the middle. And that being said, Deku is at school, and now what he's doing is going through school. As he's somewhat distracted as his name Ace, he's waiting. Sorry about my sniffling. My nose is clogged almost any other time I'm trying to record. As he's waiting, as he's thinking, as he's strategizing in his head, since this is the first fun he's had in ages. Midoriya. He's yes. He's can you please answer the questions? Sorry, sir. What was the question again? As then the question goes about some math problem. As it's what's the best way to say it? It's a trajectory and stuff about that. What's the exact thing? I forget what the exact wording is, but it's point A to point B mile. I forget what it's exactly called. Whatever it is. It's just a math problem that he has to answer. As he goes to answer the math question, he gets it right because it's pretty similar to how his quirks work, trajectory and such, how much speed, wind resistance, that whole thing. As he's doing that, eventually lunchtime comes around and he sits with the group of them again, as the cleaning lady or his caretaker or whatever has made his lunch, and she went with a traditional Japanese style, pretty much a normal Japanese lunch, which bento box and such. So, with that being said, he talks with Marilyn, Jessica, and Michael. Yes, I believe those are the names I gave him. So, with that being said, he's talking with them again. So, wait. I'm pretty sure, he said his dad was Snipe beforehand. So, they go about to question him about it again. So, wait, hang on. is your dad really Snipe? It's like, yep. That's right. He's Snipe. The number whatever hero. He's like, wait, you don't even know what number hero your dad is? He's like, I don't really care, tell you the truth. He's just, look, to you guys, he's like, he's Sniped, the cowboy superhero. But to me, he's just, dad. As he, says it bluntly. It's like, well, I guess that kind of makes sense. Like, when your parents are heroes, like, even if they're, like, a high-ranking hero, to you, it would just be known as dad, right? He's like, yep. So, wait, are you gonna, try to go for UA? Wait, hang on, your quirk's homing, too. Does that mean your dad allows you to shoot guns? It's like, well, duh. We found out pretty early on my quirk was exactly like his. If not, just a bit better. That allows me to control it even more so. And actually with a larger variety. Like, instead of just the pistol he uses, from what I can tell, which is, that's how his quirk works, as he's saying. Mine's much better in the sense I have more control. Because from what I can tell with my dad is that he can rapid fire his revolver, but he can't, when it comes to fully automatic weapons, he can, when it comes to a stream, it's every single, every cup, several, he controls one bullet, 4 or 5 more after that, he controls that. So, it's not really as effective as a 44 caliber or a 40, .40 Magnum bullet, or bigger. I forget which ones he used exactly. Maybe it's .30, 375, 357, or yeah, it could just be 40 or 45s. Not entirely sure, to tell you the truth. I think he switches it day to day. So, that being said, he says, wait, what kind of, how many can you control at once? He's like, any bullet that comes out of a muzzle that I fire from, I'm controlling it. He's like, what? Wait, Monroe, Maryland, not Monroe. Maryland's like, wait, really? It's like, yep. Ow. As it's wait, as I'm pretty sure, did I say they're quirks? Yeah, I did, but, Maryland's just she can cause summon a little twister of wind. I believe Jessica's was I forget. And Michael was quirkless, I think. Yeah. He was quirkless. Anyways, what was I saying? Yes. As they continue asking him questions, he eventually actually, it's like, oh, it's time to go. As when he, packs up his lunch really quickly, and then it's like, Ida still runs into Deku again. He's like, hello, Midoriya. He's like, hey, Ida. As he's like, are you interested in joining any clubs? He's like, I really hadn't thought about why. It's like, well, several clubs are looking for new members. As he passes the thing out, it's like, thanks, but I'm kind of busy and such, so I won't be able to check them out. He's like, no. It's like, Ida's like, oh well, sorry for wasting your time. Please enjoy the rest of your day. It's like, no running in the halls. He's like, I don't run in the halls, I jog. There's a difference. It's like, Ida's like, still the same thing, Midoriya. As then Deku gets out of school, goes home, does his schoolwork really, really fast. Then he heads out again. It's like, I'm going out. She's like, the housekeeper's like, wait, Midoriya. Actually, it's like, your mom and dad wanted you to have this on. It's like, what is this? It's a new watch they got you. A watch. It's like, yeah. And she's like, alright, I'll take it. As he takes and goes walking off. As later down the road, I'll say he has somewhat of a grasp as he checks it, and he finds a little thing. Well, I'll say he saw the GPS thing because it literally said GPS. Well, not GPS, but tracker. It looked like it was just put in there somewhat. As he's like, alright. As he takes it out and just like puts it on the ground and smashes it. He's like, thanks for the watch though. As he like puts it on and like makes his way down. As it takes him a couple hours and he still arrives at the arena place. As he goes in again, it's like, Ace, it's good to see you. As the guy lets him in, have fun. You're gonna have a few bruisers in tonight, though. It's like, they use shotguns and SMGs. Some of them even dual wield. So Deku's like, oh, that's gonna be cool. Thanks for letting me know ahead of time. It's like, no problem, Ace. As Deku gets in there, it's like, oh, it seems Ace is back. As Deku, it's like, hey. As he gets his pistol again, it's like, hey, you want one more than one? Deku's like, sure, why not? As he takes two of them. It's like, alright. As he, like, weighs them around in his hand, he's like, it's pretty good. As he, like, gives off a couple of shots, and each one's pretty much on a mark. Like, he was aiming for a couple of bottles. He's like, these will work nicely. As he goes into the ring, as he dominates again. As his awareness is pretty great, as he actually even at one point hopped over his cover, blasted a couple guys in front of him, turned his right hand to the left, fired twice, getting two guys as the bullet sort of split. Well, as the two bullets like 1-2, as he dominates the field. As this is his life for a couple of weeks, as he works his way up through things. Actually, not a couple of weeks, a couple of months. As it isn't just like a simple, oh, go through these and go through these. He's actually heard that there's multiple different places where he can go hang out, or check these places out. As there's like massive team battle ones, like held in like random places, like in abandoned warehouses and such. Then there's like single duels, sort of like where like sort of gang leaders. Like some of these places have been founded by people who want to keep things civil without having like giant villain battles being fought upstairs, since a lot of people don't want to draw attention to themselves. So they try to settle things down here. Now, it is an underworld place, so there are drugs, there are things like some drug dealers, some weapons dealers, and some, like, unsavory types as well, you know. And as there's actually, like I said, like, Deku does get quite a bit of money. Like, does get a bit of money from this. And he doesn't really need it. He just, like, takes it as a bonus. As he rapidly wraps up cash. As after one night of a pretty brutal match for the other people, not Deku, he walks away with close to almost like 100,000, like 50,000 yen. As he's walking away, he like gets outside as a few of the guys are following him. It's like, alright, first we intimidate him, after we take the money, let's teach this kid a lesson. As they're trying to follow him, as Deku's like, alright, a couple of guys are following me, take down this alley, as then he climbs, then he like hides in a dumpster. As it's like, wait, where'd he go? As he actually opened the sewer thing, as the kid went into the sewers? Man, this kid must really have a bad life. Maybe he really does need the money box. It's like, I don't care, get in there. As they like all jump down, it's like wait a minute. There's nothing down here, boss. I don't see him. It's like, keep looking. As Deku just sort of, as manhole covers are a pain to get off. So I'll say there were something like a crowbar lying around that he actually used. Just go with it, please. He pretty much moves the manhole cover back on as it's just like as there's like boss as they hear a clang as in like as Deku's like, you guys shouldn't really try to sneak up on a guy after he just won. It's bad sportsmanship, don't you think? Like, hey, let us out here, you're a dead man. It's like, guys were gonna try to kill me beforehand, so fuck you. As he like puts on an accent, he's like, see you later, partner. As he like makes a hat tipping sound. As in like, get back here or we're gonna wring your neck. It's like, hey, get back here. Like, boss, he ain't it's like, shut it. Hey, get up there and try to push that out. It's like, alright. As they start punching the thing, as this guy has somewhat of a durability quirk. As it increases his durability, as he starts punching upward, as Deku's like, oh, time to skedaddle. As he's just like, ride like the wind, bullseye. As he just makes the sound as like clicking away. As he's like, is he fucking mocking us? It's like, I think it is, boss. He's like, I know he is. Get up there. As he clicks away, going like da 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 da. Deku makes fun of people when it comes to this area, at least. Other places, he's pretty quiet. In some places, like at school and such. But when it comes to Michael, Monroe, and Jessica, he's not pretty open, but he is talkative in a way. But he just mainly listens to them. When they ask him a question, he answers it, and if it gets dragged out from there, that's pretty much it. He gets home late again and again and again. Pretty much the lady's like, he's arriving later and later. He's not listening to me about getting there. So I was thinking, could one of you talk to him? As like, Snipes like, well, I am getting home soon, so maybe I could talk to Deku one-on-one. As I'll say, Deku's around 15, 16 at this point. Wait, 14. I'll say he's around 15 at this point. As when Deku gets back from home one day, like to home, not from home, back to home, like Dad's there, like, Dad, what are you doing here? As in like, well, I thought we should spend some time together. He's like, sorry, Dad, I got a thing. Like, oh, well, sorry. It's like, sorry, I didn't know. He's like, oh, it's no problem. It's no problem. It's not like you know. He's like, wait, what is that supposed to mean? Something? It's like, no. As he's just like, it's nothing. I know you're busy. He's like, well, all right. Have a nice day. He's like, see you, Dad. As he like, sort of pats his dad on the shoulder, and runs off. It's like, didn't Inko give you a watch with a tracker in there to like for him so that way we could track him? It's like, yeah, but I haven't been able to get its signal. He's like, alright. Let's see where he goes. As he like gets on his hero gear and follows after him. As he's like, where are you going? As Deku can notice someone following him, but he ain't gonna be able to track his dad. His dad's still several levels ahead of him when it comes to that. As he sees Deku like go into one of these places, as he's like, where is he? As he's like, alright. As he like ditches his hero gear like in a vent or something, like to keep it hidden. As he walks down, he's like, hey, is this the place? It's like, oh yeah, you here for the underground arena too? You're lucky, Ace just walked in. That sucker's been killing it lately. Oh, it's only a matter of time before he topples old Eagle Eye. Like, really? It's like, yeah. Haven't you heard? He's been dominating matches for like the past several months. Man, I made a lot of money betting on him too. The idiots. Some people have even tried to jump him, I heard. He trapped a few guys in the sewers once. As he laughs out loud. Like, yeah, but it's like I think it's like I said maybe 1,000, maybe 5,000 yen to get in. I'm not sure. Yeah, however many yen I said it was, like however many yen I said to get in, it costs. Snipe pays off. So if you're looking to join the match, which I don't recommend you do, I recommend you watch from the top. Oh, why is my nose? Well, my nose clogged. One side of my nose is always clogged. Anyways, as Snipe is up there watching over, as nobody really knows what Snipe's face looked like, so he's just watching over him as he's like, huh. As Deck's like, and everybody, we have an upstart. That may be an insult in some places, but here it's a compliment. It's Ace! His quirk is phenomenal. I swear to God, he could take an entire riot team by himself. He'd probably turn the own bullets against him. And in the other corner, we have... Oh, it seems we got a couple of teams tonight. Red team and blue team. Well, not red team and blue team. Orange team and yellow team. Ooh. These guys work for some pretty big bosses up there. But you know, I feel like our little ace of spades here is gonna tear him a new one. Let's see what happens, folk. Begin! As the team, like the two teams are more like Hitman, like they're organized in a way, as they do have a formation to their thing. As where they are, it's sort of like a... it would be like essentially similar to like hallways. As everyone sees up above, and they're not allowed to climb up. As Deku's moving through, as it's sort of like a... It's like a one-way mirror, you could say. For instance, like, on the outside, people can see him, but on the inside, nobody can see him. And it's, like, lit up with, it's lit up with, like, highlight colors, sort of. Like, bright colors. As Deku's like, alright. As Snipe sees him, as Deku, like, is listening, as he hears a couple of taps, as Deku reaches out, hits the guy in the arm, pistol whips him, and then shoots him in the leg as the guy goes down on the ground. As he goes like, "Ugh!" It makes a thump. He immediately hears a couple of tap, rushing towards him. Snipe's like, what are you gonna do? As he's watching his son single-handedly take out like 2 hit teams of crime hitmen. As with that over and done with, like, no surprise here, folks. It seems Ace is a one-man army. Alright, and the next match for Ace is, if you people are interested, is... Oh, it's finally here, folks. It's Ace. Will Ace finally topple Eagle Eye? Come back here next week. God. As he says that, it's like, as he goes on a coughing fit, I can't wait! I can't friggin' wait! Sorry about the, like, if I'm going overboard with it. But that's, like, his enthusiasm with it. Like, let's see! Whoa! As, like, everyone's just, like, cheering. As, when he goes up there, the like, the couple of bosses who's like, hey, you ever get tired of these small-time arenas? As they, like, as the first one goes show his cards, like, hey, don't listen to this man right here. I have a better offer. As it's like, nah, I got a better offer. As they're like, hey, back off, I saw him first. As they're, like, starting to, like, shove each other. As Deku's like, hey. Listen, I ain't looking to get involved with the criminal world, we see. I just like to have a couple of fights. I just like to have these nice little fights here. You know, organized and nice. You know, no bloodshed needed. Unless you're some idiots that you try to kill when they try to come kill me for my money. That's the downside, right? The bigger your wallet, the bigger the target, right? He's like, ain't that the truth? There's like one guy comes around. It's Overhaul. Well, not Overhaul, but it looks like a Yakuza member. Is like, I got a business offer for you. As he like has Deku walk over with him, and it's like, hey, I gotta get going. It's like, this isn't a request. As a couple of guys come up behind Deku who look pretty big. As Snipes like, Deku, what are you doing? As he's like, alright, let's not get violent here, shall we? As it's like, have a seat. I need someone to take care of something for me. As he like shows him a picture. This man right here. His name is... sorry. His name is... trying to think of a name. Real 6. His name is Darren Archway. Darren Archway. It's a stupid name, I know. He's from America. A lot of Americans have been trying to muscle in on Japanese Yakuza business lately. What I want you to do is take him out. It's like, whoa, man. It's starting to sound like, trust me. This one isn't someone you should feel about killing. As Snipes hearing, like, killing. He's one for robbery, murder, theft, and some other very bad crimes. Trust me, you do not know what he has done. I'll just say this. Take him out. We're over and done with. It's like, where is he at? He's like, he's over there, over in the docks over yonder. I'm sending you with one of my boys. And here, as he like slides him a case, it's like, it's a rifle. Take him out. You get paid. We never see each other again. As Deku's like, well, man, I don't think this is like I said, not a request. As Deku's like, alright. As he like takes the case, as he flips it open, he's like, sort of like a whistle, as he's like, this is pretty nice. And built-in suppressor, 308. As he's looking it over, enough hollow point. You got a hollow point rounds for this guy? You must really not like him. It's like, no, I don't. I would have said armor piercing, but I figured that was a bit overkill. It's like, probably. Just be glad you don't have explosive. Sir, 6 times sight. So I'm guessing you want me to do this relatively close to a building, or it's like, your quirk should allow you to shoot at him and keep it on target, shouldn't it? He's like, I guess you're kind of right. As he takes it, and she's like, who's going with me? She is. It's like, who's she? As a woman comes up behind him, it's like, I am. This is like, oh, hello. It's like, names. Yeah, sorry for trying to think of a name. Piper. There we go. Piper, I guess. Yeah, never mind. It's like, Piper here will be assisting you, you could say. She'll be making sure you get the job done. It's like, alright, let's go, Piper. As he, like, keeps on his face covering, it's like, alright, come on. As they get on the docks and use the back alleys as they climb up on the building, as Snipes like, I can't let him do this. As he, like, walks out behind them, as the bomb boss is like, who's that? It's like, I don't know, boss. Like, check him out. As he goes following, as when the two guys are following him, he like disappears. As he's like, where'd he go? As Deku's like, okay, this is freaking me out. As he approaches the building, as they like get upstairs, he's like, so what exactly has this guy done? He's in pretty much taken child slavery. Like, what? Some children with powerful quirks are sold off to certain warlords in certain countries. Then trained up, brainwashed, sent out to war, even beforehand. It's pretty brutal, wouldn't you say? It's like, yeah, alright. So, how much am I getting for this? Is what he says. He's like, the boss man will give you a pretty sum, and you'll never meet again. Consider that payment enough. He's like, I guess you're right about that. As he's lining up the shot, he's like, alright. As then, out of nowhere, he's like, what the hell? As they're like, there's a hero down there. It's like, wait, who? As he's like, oh, that's Snipe. As Snipe thought, if I he could either go after Deku and take care of this Piper woman, but that would expose Deku, or he could go after this drug dealer killer, that thief stuff, a laundry list of crimes. As he's like, I'll go after them. Maybe Deku would be safe by then. As he approaches, and he's like, well, what do we have here? As he makes his way, he's like, oh no. As he pulls out his pistol and fires several shots, as the bodyguards and such are all taken down in almost a blink of an eye. As Deku's like, now, as Piper's like, do it now. As she pulls out her gun, it's like, do it now, or something happens. Like, whoa, okay. As he pulls the trigger, as it's like a, and then as then out of nowhere with the guy's left eye, bang right through the head. As it's at an angle, so it's like right on the left eye, blasts through at an angle and comes out on the right side by close to where the cheek, underneath his right cheek. Is he like, alright, now can we go? It's like, yeah, now we can. As she's like, here you go. As she slides him a thing of money, it's like, here. As she's like, keep the gun. It has your fingerprints on it after all. He's like, oh, I gotta bury it. As he's freaking out, as he disassembles it, puts it back into the box, and runs off with it. He's like, oh crap. As he's running away, he's like, shoot. What do I do with this? As he's running away, he's walking down the way. He eventually reaches his house, as his dad calls in the police and such. As he explains what had happened, he came across a drug deal, etc. As Piper informs the boss what happened, said the kid did the job with a bit of encouragement. He's like, I could see why the kid would be hesitant to kill a person while a hero was there. Oh, what it's like. As Deku's like, alright. As when he gets home, he thinks about it. He's like, he thinks about it, he's like, the wall. As he checks his wall, checks under his bed. I'll say he has an actual bed. He cuts into the wall just with this disassembled rifle and puts the rifle back in there. Puts the rifle pieces in there. As he makes sure that it isn't just gonna fall down. Then he puts it back into puts a poster over it. You could say, well, not poster, but he puts, I'll say he does it to where a poster is, a poster of his father, and of Snipe. As he puts it in there, he's like, all right, nobody will know. As when that's happening, Snipe's like, all right, okay, what do I do with him? As he's thinking, should I talk about it? No. Maybe that would make things worse. As he's thinking about it, as he's like, alright, maybe I should take a less active role, cause, as he's thinking to himself, this is gonna need to handle gently. As he takes he's thinking this and gulps, he's like, oh, okay. And that's where I'm going to be ending this one off at. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. Hope y'all continue to enjoy it. And I'm sorry you have to hear me with one of the nostrils on my nose being clogged. And I hope y'all have a nice day, nice night, nice life.